Good day, our esteemed viewers joining us from Nigeria and all over the world. Welcome to another daily episode of Opinion Loft, the Nigerian show that does not only give you trending news but talks about the entertainment industry. And I remain your favorite morning TV host, Sotin Sewanoluwakomi. And joining us here today is Miss Eunice, a filmmaker who has been in the industry for over 5 years. Miss Folashade Martins, a film critic. Mrs. Olude Rachel, a music producer, and Mrs. Olajide Olamide, a content creator. Miss Eunice, how was your weekend?
Was hectic, really, really. Oh yeah, it was Easter.
Yes,
I
it
couldn't
was.
Easter, but man, it was dry for me. I was just inside.
No cinema. You didn't watch Anikulapo.
Oh, when you don't have a boyfriend.
Oh, sure. Miss Olamide, how was this? Oh, Miss Rachel.
Party after party.
Oh, kò ṣáà máa mẹ́mu lọ́dọ̀ mọ̀. Kó máa mú gbogbo ẹ̀. Miss Olamide, how was your weekend? Uh, okay, so let's dive right in.
Okay, so on the front page of last week, Lagos State University, UC, Professor E.M.E. Bello celebrates President Buses with scholarship awards. I have to say, it's really been
Yes, very well. Wow, she was the one who changed Rihanna to we are proud to Rihanna so we are great in the first place. Oh, it was no more.
On the second page of LASU comments media screening for newly admitted students. The mandatory media checkup for all newly admitted students is intended to ensure the health safety for all students. Previously, the health is often crowded for funk of newly admitted students during the annual exam.
Yeah, that's why LASU is becoming the biggest school in Nigeria.
LASU matriculates 6,227 students from 2021 to 2022 session.
Oh, that's a large number.
Lagos State University on 6,227 various faculties and schools in the university.
So let's dive right into our first issue of the day, which is the lack of diverse African streaming media. Miss Eunice, what do you have to say about this?
Thanks for having us.
Oh.
It's really disheartening to see the representation of African platforms on streaming, African content, on streaming platforms. It's really limited.
Very
There's
limited.
a unique and talented narrative that aren't giving it enough exposure.
Yeah, that's what we talk about most times. Yeah.
We need to bridge the gap and ensure that
Wabudu.
African content are given a platform to share.
Yes, absolutely, Eunice. I totally agree with you. Miss Folashade, could you share the positive impacts that diverse African streaming media may have?
Definitely. When we embrace and promote diverse African content, we create opportunities for the represented voices to be heard. It fosters cultural exchange, breaks stereotypes, and showcases the rich tapestry of Africa, rich tapestry of talent and creativity that Africa has to offer. For example, Showmax was created 2015.
Yeah.
And look at it now. It has
So big.
Yeah, it has encouraged
So big.
content to the mainstream.
Yeah, I heard they are even doing this Big Brother stuff online now through Showmax. That is so crazy. The hype. Have you seen the ladies? Thank you, Miss Folashade. What are some of the negative impacts of the current lack of diverse African streaming media, Ms. Olamide?
That's a great question. The lack of representation means missed opportunities for for talented individuals to showcase their work and connect with audiences worldwide.
Yes.
It perpetuates stereotypes and reinforces the notion that African stories are not as valuable or marketable.
How to change the narrative? Thank you, Ms. Olamide. Ms. Rachel, do you think that the narrative of the lack of diverse African streaming media can be changed?
Yeah, I think to change the narrative, we need different approaches, like collaborate. We need support to create African. Yeah, support. We don't have resources like the
Yeah. The Nigerian education is just terrible.
God.
Yeah.
I have been a filmmaker for 5 years now.
Hmm. Tell them.
For us to grow in this industry, we need the support of the government. Not the
Yes.
lie. Excuse me. Are you trying to say we should wait for the government to support us? No, even if they were not able to support the Nollywood for good videos. That's not the thing.
Ladies, let's just take it calmly, please. What we should do is to try and watch and share diverse African streaming media to the world and ensure that diverse voices are heard, including in our decision making process.
See, Hollywood was not created in a day. And Hollywood as of today is not a problem of government funding and support. But the problem of inadequate representation of African content.
Martin, corruption one man is
That African themselves, they don't give room for Nollywood.
yes,
What Nollywood has so far. At
yes.
all.
What are the issues facing African contents?
Something together we can change the narrative. All we have to do is give chance for them decision making from diverse cultures.
Issues facing African contents from being publicized. It is glaring that content facing African content are limited funding, lack of representation, and infrastructural limitations. How can we solve this? We can support it by advocating for funding from the governments. We can support it by engaging in African stories. Again, together we can make a difference. Again, I say together we can make a change. Streaming platforms that are making heads in the entertainment space. Well, in today's world, we have Showmax, we have Iroko TV, we have Ebony TV. We have some specific streaming platforms making heads in the entertainment space. And
Speaking of platforms, sorry, please, I'm very sorry to cut you short. You know, there are lots of popular platforms in the world today that are really making heads. We have Ebony, we have Netflix,
yeah,
Amazon Prime Video,
we have Disney Plus. Yes,
these are popular platforms that are giving us a new view of how to see entertainment. It's really awesome to see how they are going to really.
so what is the proposed idea to solve this problem? What problem do we even want to solve in the first place? What we're trying to say here is that we go out every day. We want to watch content that belongs to us, but we can only get it on Netflix. But Netflix is from the United States of America. When are we going to have people that are going to stand up for us? When are we going to have entrepreneurs that are going to say, oh, I'm going to create this app dedicated to an African streaming platform? We can only have Showmax in this space now. We can't keep on depending on them to do everything. Although this is just a suggestion, which if our media personnel looks into this media space or organization that focuses on promoting and supporting African content, this problem could offer resources, funding, and networking opportunities for both established and emerging creators. Additionally, collaborations with existing streaming platforms and media outlets could help amplify the reach and visibility in African streaming contents. Before we round up this discussion, do we have any other thing to say? Do we have any other idea to solve?
Another idea is to actively find and feature African content from different organizations, communities.
Yes. Miss Eunice, do you have any idea? Any other idea? With all this being said, I want to appreciate you all for coming out to another episode of Opinion Lofts. I want to say thank you to Miss Folashade Martins, Miss Olamide, Miss Rachel, and Miss Eunice, our one and only. Show them. Thank you all, and I remain Sotin Sewanu Oluwafumi. Thanks for joining us today. Bye.